Hi guys, this is Rachel Kirkland, the Modern Shaman, and you have joined me for question and answer time. So thanks for being here. Before I head straight into this question for this video, I wanted to just remind you that if any of you guys want to connect with me, my website is the best way to do that. It has information about how to schedule personal psychic sessions or shamanic energy work or any events that I'm going to be traveling to or where I'm going to be speaking, any psychic development workshops that I'm teaching. So all that's on the website. If you're interested in that, just hop on over there. And after this video, usually I put a little tab of the website so you can connect with me. Okay? All right. So let's jump in. Here's the question for this video. Rachel, thank you for all that you do. My question involves reincarnation. How do you know if a loved one has reincarnated? Okay. Simple as that. How do you know if a loved one has reincarnated? Don't you love these questions about time on the other side? This is a tricky one to wrap our mind around, our human mind around. So stretch yourself a little bit into more of your multidimensional thinking here. Remember, on the other side of the veil, or on the non-physical form, when we're out of this human body, time is not linear. So to say if they have already reincarnated, it's not like on the other side there's a time allotment of how long they're there between how they come back. Again, you're going to have to stretch your mind around this one. But basically, there is no time like that on that side. So you could already connect with your dead self, essentially, on the other side right now, because there is no time on that side. So they have already reincarnated, and yet they are still always there. Okay? If you can understand what I'm saying, because there is no time on that side. And you can reincarnate. Reincarnation is not linear either, because it happens from the other side to this one. We experience things linearly only on this 3D earth, in this body, in this 3D sequential, seemingly sequential universal experience. It is not linear outside of this body. This is why our dreams are not always linear. They pop around because we're not in the body. We're in our multidimensional self, looking with our internal sight and our psychic senses and our multidimensional sight when we're dreaming. We're not using our actual literal eyes. Things are not linear when you're not in physical form. And so you can reincarnate backwards, like to a time period that would seem to have already happened. You can reincarnate forward. You can reincarnation from that side looking to our earth is not a linear experience. Now for us, like I said, if you can stretch your mind around it, I think the easiest way is to understand that you're always, and your loved ones are always accessible on the other side, because they're in the now on that side. They're present. They're living presence in the present now moment, always. And so are you on that side. So like I said, your dead self is accessible. There's no time limit to who you can access on that side. And at the same time, if you're trying to find out, like, I want to reconnect with someone who say for instance, that most often when I get this question, it's if someone wants to know, like, did my grandmother reincarnate into my son or something like that. They're almost wanting to know if they have re-entered their life in a different form. And those are individual instances, and I would say tune into your intuitive heart with that. I think we ask those questions when we intuitively know that part of that person's spirit or soul is resident in another being, if we recognize them. Bodies are also, they're not as regimented and stuck as we tend to think. Meaning spirits can kind of come and go. I know that probably sounds freaky, but spirits on the other side, ourselves included when we're on the other side, as we are now, can utilize the forms of any type of matter to engage and be involved in this earth or in any other planet. We can utilize any type of form that we want to fit our spirit or our energy into, because we're in energetic form on that side. So that being said, we can use the bodies of animals. We can use the bodies of people that are already living in existence and that are open to us coming in. This is like a medium or someone who's willing to channel. They're being an open energetic body to let other entities in to speak through them. So forms are not restrictive like that. It's not as much as we think that there's only me in this body all the time. When I am a medium, when I even connect etherically with another person, I'm essentially letting that energy into my own energy field, into my own form. Some more than others. And some people are more open to that than others. You can set guidelines that say, ain't nobody getting in this body but me. Or you can be more open and be more selective. So I felt like I kind of went on a tangent there, but I hope you get the point that form is not restrictive to spirit, and we exist in all places, in all timelines, in all dimensional spaces simultaneously in the now. I know that is a brain fart. I was going to cuss there for a second. I know that is a brain, it's a stretcher, you know what I mean? But as much as you can kind of let go of the understanding of it and just accept the fact that we're not linear when we're not living in this body. Kind of like I gave the example of your dream state. Dreams a lot of times pop around. Sometimes they're sequential, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes you just kind of pop from one moment to the other and they almost don't seem connected. We're not restricted when we're outside of our physical body. So has your loved one reincarnated, to get back to your question? Yes. But are they still accessible on the other side? Yes. If you're asking about whether they reincarnated into this current timeline, I would ask. If you're in communication with their spirit, I would ask, are you present on the earth right now? And if so, just have that conversation using your clairvoyance, clairaudience, any of your psychic senses, or another medium to ask if you don't feel like you've opened those psychic senses in yourself enough to have those conversations with someone on the other side. You can always ask a medium or psychic to confirm if they have physical form right now on the earth. And it's going to depend on when you ask it too, because like I said, spirit can come in and out of forms. A lot of times we see this most commonly with animals. They'll utilize a bird to send us a message really quick, or we'll see some sort of animal that seems to be present every time we think of that loved one. So sometimes they move into form momentarily and they don't reside all the time in that form for the remainder of the body. Just like I said, mediums do when we invite spirits in. I know that's a stretched question and I went kind of broad with it. But I took it where spirit felt like they were leading me, so. All in all, be at peace. Energy is never created or destroyed. It is. They are, just as you are, eternal. You always have access to them anytime you think of them. Energy on that side is also telepathic. So your thoughts are connecting and speaking at all times to them. Love, love, love you guys. Blessings.